Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back from break.
Hope
We had a good break, and I want to thank the Social Studies Department for bringing us in the snacks and the treats today. It really worked out well.
Orange juice was delicious.
Orange juice was outstanding. I was fresh from Florida. I brought that from Florida. But I did want to go through, and it's a short end of the year here, guys. We just got to get at it, work hard, do the best we can do, okay? As you're aware, as our test scores show, we're consistently low in our reading comprehension. We're 65% proficient in 2011, 2012, and of course our district goal is to be 100% proficient by the year 2016, 2017.
And that was in the school improvement plan, right?
That's in the school improvement plan. Yep, as you look in your school
working
program.
on that.
That's in the school improvement plan. So today we're going to really work on the strategies to increase our comprehension, our reading comprehension. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand you out an article, okay? And I'm going to give you each about 4 or 5 minutes to read through the article. Take your time, read through the article, get as much as you can out of the article, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay?
Okay.
Give you a couple minutes. Okay, guys, that was 4 or 5 minutes, okay? 4 or 5 minutes. Yay.
Jeez, that was some article.
Yeah, that's a good article, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and this is going to, let's see where we're at. So we ask our kids to do this each and every day. Let's see where we're at. What is particle physics? Does anyone know what particle physics is?
Yeah.
What do you think it is,
Drew? This one. It was something with radioactivity and particles moving.
No, not
Fast,
really.
moving fast.
No, it's actually a branch of physics that studies the elementary constituents of a matter of radiation and its interactions between them. It's tough for me to even read it.
That was in the article we just read.
That was actually in the article, yes. And my next question is, why is particles physics called high energy physics?
Because energy moves really fast.
Yeah.
No, that's not it either. It's because many elementary particles do not occur under normal circumstances in nature, but they are created and detected in energetic collisions with the other particles.
And that was in there.
That was also in the article, yes.
All right.
And another question for us. How many species of elementary particles are in the standard model?
Oh, it was 40.
45?
40, Ryan, you're right, 40. See, you got lucky on that one. Well, you got lucky.
Got it.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest, how do you think it was to answer those questions?
Those are tough questions.
About a 9.5.
At least.
Those
maybe
are tough
probably
questions.
10.
So the reason I chose this article, I looked through tons of articles over break. I was at the beach and I was sitting there looking for articles on what to do. I chose this article because I figured it'd be an article that you would really have no idea what it was. And our kids, when they get papers from you and articles from you, a lot of times they don't know what they're reading. They're getting articles just like you read. You're an educator that's got master's degrees, and we don't understand. Our comprehension in this article that we just read here was not very good. So a lot of times we give our students, we expect them to comprehend because we think it's easy, but in actuality it's not. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to have our strategy we're going to use. It's called Stump the Teacher. And in Stump the Teacher, it's going to really help with our reading comprehension. It's going to engage the students. And hopefully this is going to be a new strategy that we're actually going to use to really get our kids to buy into what we're offering them and make them become better at comprehension and reading. Okay, so I asked Mr. Weil, he's going to help us out with Stump the Teacher. If he could step up and kind of help us out, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, Mr. Weil.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, this is going to be a fun activity. That's what I like the most about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to form groups of 3 or 4. So all 3 of us are going to form one group here. I'll be the teacher. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to read the same article for 2.5 minutes. I haven't read it yet. Peggy picked it out, so I'm at the same level playing field here. We're going to spend 2.5 minutes reading it. Then we're going to do a little question game. I'll explain to you when we get there, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I like this activity quite a bit. So if you flip the page over, it's on the back of the particle physics one. And we got 2.5 minutes. You got the timer ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Start it. 2.5 minutes. Ready, set, go. Okay, wow. All right. Did you guys even finish it? I just finished it. I just got down there. Okay.
Just enough time.
All right, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to be the teacher here. You guys are going to be the students. Okay, we got a little role playing here. A minute and a half, you guys get to ask me any question you want from the article. Okay, but the questions, you can't say something like, what was the first word in the third paragraph?
Okay.
Okay, they're going to be test type questions, you know, true or false, things that someone's going to actually
Can I
know.
actually look at the article, or do I need to?
You guys are able to look at the article. I can't look at
Okay.
it for this part. Okay? So you got a minute and a half, and everyone I get right is going to be a point, and then we're going to reverse the roles. I'm going to read from the article and come up with questions for you guys.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
You guys got any questions?
No?
All right. Fire away.
What is unsaturated fat?
Unsaturated fat. It was a type of fat. There's something about fatty acids in it. I know it's in the first paragraph. It's a fatty acid. I can't remember. What was it?
It's actually, you're right, it's a fatty acid in which there is one double bond within a fatty acid chain.
One double bond. Okay.
One double bond.
All right. All right. What's the next one?
Alright, what can protect unsaturated fat from lipid peroxidation?
An antioxidant? Is that what it was?
That is right.
Hey,
That's one.
comprehension.
That's one.
See? One. Which fats are popular in processed foods?
Oh, no, see, I knew that one before I even read it. It was unsaturated.
All right.
Actually, it's
I mean saturated.
Saturated,
yeah, see,
Well, I
one
said
over here.
because
Point
the
for
title.
us.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
2 to 1.
I submitted my okay. All right, that was my final answer. All right.
That's gonna happen.
So then you guys would continue for that's a minute and a half timed up, right, Peggy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now it's my turn here. So you guys flip your articles over, and I'm gonna
flip that bad boy
read
over.
some from here for you guys. Let's see what we got here. You guys ready
We're
for
not allowed
this?
to look at this?
You can't look at the article.
Alright.
Okay, it's all comprehension here. I'm able to look at the article though and pick out some questions from here. Alright, so we've got what type of fats should always be avoided? Which type of fats should you avoid?
It was unsaturated, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But it was.
it was, oh man.
So obviously all fats are bad, but there's a certain one they said you should avoid.
Polyunsaturated
It wasn't
fats.
poly, it wasn't
No?
poly, that was no. It's trans unsaturated.
Oh, that's
fats.
right. Transunsaturated.
Transunsaturated fat, that's in the third paragraph.
Oh,
Pretty good.
one.
Good.
it's clouding here.
So what's your favorite type of fat to eat? I'm just kidding, that one wasn't.
French fries?
Alright, French fries
Yeah,
too. Okay, so what percent of unsaturated fats should you not exceed in a 2,000 calorie diet?
Well,
5%.
What percent should you
5%?
not
I thought it
exceed?
was 10. 10%.
Your final
That's
answer
our
from
final
you guys.
answer.
10%?
10%.
Alright,
Final
10%.
It was 30%.
Oh, 30.
That was in the last paragraph, so you might not have gotten there.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left, Peggy? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now basically that's one round of the game. So you keep score, the kids love it, and you play a couple rounds. So we would go back and we'd read the next section of the textbook or whatever article you picked out,
Mhm.
2.5 minutes reading, questions, and we go from there. So that's
Do
basically
you
how
keep
it
score in the game? Is
works. Oh, you
that-
definitely keep score. Oh yeah, you definitely keep score. And it's okay if your teachers lose. It's okay. Kids are gonna love it even more if you guys lose. So you might even want to let them win here and there.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have any questions about it?
Well, I want to thank Mr. Wow for helping
Hey.
us out. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So kind of, one of the things that we talked about, and obviously, hopefully the strategy, what we're looking for is you guys to buy into it. That's a quick version of how it's going to work out in your class. And really what we're looking for is for you to, take charge in the class, get the kids excited about it, and get them engaged like we talked about. So on a scale of 1 to 10, rate the strategy for them. What did you think about the strategy?
10
Ryan,
being
what did you
the
think,
best.
Ryan? 10 being
10
the
being
best,
the best.
1 being not so good.
As far as reading comprehension goes, I'd give it a high score, like a 10, because I like that everybody's engaged. It's fun. Everybody's engaged. It's competitive, which kids like to compete and be in games. So I would give it a high score.
What do you think, Drew? What do you think?
I'd give it probably about an 8 or so. I could see the kids really loving this. Having an opportunity to beat the teacher.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay, good. And in your group, why don't you guys discuss for a minute? I'll give you a minute to discuss what you liked and disliked about that strategy, or the strategy, a stump the teacher strategy. What do you think is likes and dislikes? I'll give you guys a couple minutes. You can discuss it, and we'll talk about it. Okay, that's a couple minutes. What'd you like, Ryan?
One thing that jumps out at me that I disliked is, anytime, I don't want to put a kid on the spot if they're not feeling comfortable to answer the question. You don't want to make a kid feel uncomfortable. But what I liked is that, again, that everybody's engaged. Everybody's an active participant.
Okay.
One of the things I saw could be a problem was with our class sizes going up. You have 30 kids in class and there's one teacher up there and there's 30 kids. Only so many kids are going to be able to ask you questions at a time, and what are the rest of the kids supposed to be doing?
Okay.
That would be my only thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of off-task behavior.
And so what can we do for that?
Well, one of the things I thought about when we were talking about the likes and dislikes as the administrator here. I mean, I was obviously a teacher before. I'm kind of going to be embarrassed if I can't get the answers right. I feel like I should have mastered this article, and I'm sure you guys are going to feel that same way. So I'm going to reread this article several times as a teacher to make sure I know all the answers before I go to class. And on the other hand, I'm sure I'm going to have some wrong answers.
Which actually teaches a good strategy. Rereading is an important comprehension strategy.
Right.
So that's really good.
So that could be another way for our kids to improve on their reading comprehension, which is obviously our ultimate goal is to have 100% by the year 2016, 2017. How would you adapt this strategy, do you think, stump the teacher we're talking about? How would you adapt that strategy to work in your classrooms? Do you think there's a way we could adapt it? I mean, Drew, you mentioned more kids.
I just thought of something actually. You could even separate them into groups and have, you
call
can even
stump your classmates.
Yeah, stump your classmates.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And because if you have the article right in front of you, you don't have to be a professional. You just have to be able to pick out questions. So technically you could have groups of 4 or 5 and one could be the teacher.
Small groups. Small groups makes it that could be a good way to combat large class sizes.
And then you could be more like the facilitators, kind of walking around.
Right. Providing assistance where necessary. Yeah.
Excellent.
I like this. I like this strategy. I feel like you're finally bringing something that we can actually use instead of most of the stuff you usually give us.
Just kidding. Thank you. All right, well, guys, let's have a good rest of the year. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Let's do some teaching. And again, our strategy is we stump the teacher. We're looking for our students to go out and do the best they can and to become the best readers. And it's not just okay to read, but they need to comprehend what they read.
Are we going to be getting directions on how to administer this?
Yeah, I'll email it out to you. I'll give you, because most of you, I know that Mr. Kelly over there doesn't open up his emails. I'll give you the hard copy in your back. I'll give you a hard copy in your box as well.
And what are you going to do about the paper shortage in the lot? Or is that what you do?
That's a different time.
Okay, all right.
So you guys, I'll give you guys about a 10-minute bathroom break, then we'll meet back here. Okay.
All right.
Talk about a comment.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
All right. Go ahead.